Good Sunday morning, it's Meteorologist Ryan Hoke with today's edition of the Hokey video blog. Hope your Sunday morning's off to a good start. We've got quite a few things to talk about in the forecast ahead. The pattern becoming very active across the area after what has been some quiet weather so far. In fact, let's get right to it now with our SkyTrack network of cameras. You see we've got some fog in the distance there in E-Town, mostly in the low-lying areas, the valleys there. Farther south of E-Town, we've got denser fog than that, and that's why the National Weather Service here in Metro Louisville has hoisted a dense fog advisory for the southern counties here. This is for Grayson, Hart, Greene County, Taylor, even into Adair County as well. Much of southern Kentucky under this. It's until 9 o'clock this morning, Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And of course, when we're dealing with dense fog like this, if you're out driving, you want to make sure you use the low beams, not the high beams. They reflect the light right back into you if you're under some of this dense fog. So just take it easy out there. This should mix out, though, as we go throughout the next few hours. Otherwise, this morning, no rain on the radar, rarely a cloud in the sky over much of the eastern half of the nation. You do see we've got this big spinning low up here over portions of Quebec, Canada. We've got a cold front that's stretching from it right through our area at this point. That's why we're seeing northwesterly winds, very light northwesterly winds at the moment. That's going to take us down a degree or two as we go throughout the day. Just a little bit of a cool pocket moving through. Nothing crazy, though, so we will be seeing mid-70s still today, and we should be seeing plenty of sunshine as we've got high pressure that's going to be in pretty firm control of our weather pattern for the next 24 hours. Current temperatures in the 50s and the 40s. It's a little bit warmer as you work your way westward, though, into Hardinsburg with 48. A little cooler down toward E-Town at 43, 52 in Salem. Heading out to the making strides of Louisville Walk today. Temperatures will start out a little cool at noon at 63. Still not too bad. I know I will be wearing shorts to this one because, well, I wear shorts down to about 57, 58 degrees. That's just me. Your mileage may vary, of course. 70 degrees by 2 o'clock. Plenty of sunshine out there. That event, by the way, starts at 1 o'clock. Come out there and support breast cancer survivors and those who are still fighting it and have gone before us. Otherwise, 80s in the forecast for your Monday. Look at all this warm air. What's going to happen is one of these high-pressure systems is going to be over the Gulf states, is going to transition eastward. We get a direct southwesterly flow out of this, and this is going to put us into abnormal territory for this time of year. High temperature is going to be 84 based on my latest forecast. The record, 84 as well. 1940 was when that was set. We could meet, possibly exceed that. The models have been known for running cool in these scenarios. I've gone a few degrees above what the models are saying, but is it enough? Could it go more than 84? We shall see, and we will definitely update you on that forecast over the next 24 hours. How are things looking for Halloween, though? Well, they're looking cooler. I've bumped us down into the 40s during trick-or-treating time for many of us. Here in Metro Louisville, probably in the 50s for a good portion of it, but a lot of us, though, will be seeing those 40s. Hey, it's only 5 days away, and there could be some complications with this forecast as well. We'll explain that in just a few seconds. But first, let's talk about this rain chance that we've got coming up on your Tuesday. Notice how this cold front begins to intrude into the area by Tuesday morning. It spreads some showers and thunderstorms over the area as we go throughout the day. Will these be severe? I don't think so at all, actually, because we'll see a few rumbles of thunder, but there just isn't enough moisture, enough energy to really get these going. So really, this is going to be your run-of-the-mill fall rainfall with a few claps of thunder in there, maybe a gust of wind or two. This is not going to be a big deal, folks. We will definitely keep our eyes on it, though. The bigger deal is going to be the temperature trend over the next several days. Holy cow, look at this. 84 degrees on Monday, 74 by Tuesday. That's a 10-degree drop. Impressive by itself, but look what happens by your Thursday. 59 degrees. That is significant. And we will definitely be seeing cooler temperatures even than that, I think, as we go throughout the latter portion of the week. Let's explain. All right, so by Monday, this is 850 millibar temperatures, about 5,000 feet above the surface, kind of indicates where the advection, the movement of air is coming from, and it shows that we've got warm air coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, that southwesterly flow we talked about earlier. But as we go throughout your Wednesday, that cold front comes through on Tuesday, so by Wednesday, we're under the influence of a cooler mass of air from Canada. But notice how it kind of stops at the Ohio River, the coolest extent of it, where you see that blue shade there. So this is more of a glancing blow. It gets us into the lower 60s, the upper 50s, pretty common for this time of year. In fact, the lower 60s is where we should be. So that's blast of cool air number 1. Not a big deal, right? It moves out as we go throughout your Thursday, but whoa, look what happens on Saturday. We've been talking about this, but this is a pretty stout blast of cool air, pretty sharp moving in. It's going to be a quick mover, but I think it could get us into the mid-40s by Saturday afternoon if this holds. What this is going to do, and Brian talked about this yesterday, I wanted to give you an update on what the Bureau was saying about this, is that this trough of cool air right here is going to be forming a low pressure off the coast of the Carolinas there, and that'll zip on northward. And right now it's not really hugging the coast all too much. In fact, it'll probably strike portions of Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Canada, but depending on how close it does come to the shore, of course, will depend on how much influence, I should say, how much cool air we were able to get kind of recycled back into here. So we'll see how that works. I do think we'll be in the 40s. I've only adjusted this up 1 degree because this isn't looking quite as sharp as it did yesterday, but just very slightly. Still the same idea, still the sharpness, and even the GFS model has gotten on board with this, with how sharp this cool air is. So kiddos on Friday night will have to dress up, not only in their costumes, but probably in layers under that if the costume doesn't have a lot of fabric material with it, because we'll only top out at 55 for a high on Friday. We'll slide down into the upper 30s by your Saturday morning. By the time the kiddos are done trick-or-treating, though, I think we'll only be in the 40s. The 30s will be reserved for that Saturday morning time frame. And this could lead to a hard freeze as we go throughout Saturday night and Sunday morning, because temperatures, since this cooler air will have stuck around for longer, could probably get down into the lower 30s, maybe even upper 20s in some areas. Here's the other little wrinkle in this. The GFS model isn't picking up on this so much, but the Euro is, and what it's doing is, as the system moves in, as we go throughout your Friday night, it spreads a little QPF, or precipitation as we call it, across the area. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but it is suggesting that we could potentially have a few flurries out of this, probably in the northeastern part of our viewing area, and then that would extend eastward. I think some of this will be rain. It'll be just too warm near ground level for this, but we'll see how that works. I've put in a 10% chance for a flurry at this point as we go throughout your late Friday, your early Saturday. Wouldn't be shocked to see a report of 1 or 2, but oh gosh, it's too early for any sort of significant snowfall, folks. So let's not worry about that just yet. I think at this point, it's just kind of fun to say that we could definitely get a flurry or 2 as we start the 1st of November and end October. Lots of activity, right? I mean, we're going from shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops to winter coats just about within a 7-day stretch. Well, as they say in the Ohio Valley, just wait 5 minutes, the weather will change. As we full well know, during the spring and the fall, those seasons of transitions, it certainly does around here. So we will be keeping tabs on not only the warm-up, but the cool-down and that possibility for a flurry or 2. We'll be watching it here. Thanks for joining us this morning on the Hokey video blog. Brian will be in tonight with an update on some of the data that he's seeing, and of course his forecast as well, starting up Wave 3 News at 6. For now, meteorologist Ryan Hoke, go outside and enjoy the beautiful weather.